Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Hello, Paddy.
How are you this morning?
Not too bad, and yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thank you very much.
And Paddy, I heard Kevin Martin on there this morning, and, he did have some interesting things to say about that and some legitimate concerns.
Yeah.
Paddy, you remember the collapse of the overpass in Quebec a few years back?
I do, yeah.
I don't know if you know about the 750 rings that was made from the rebar off that overpass. And they were presented to the engineers. And that was as a reminder that they make mistakes too, you know.
Oh, of course they do.
And on the inside of that ring, there's a little shard that's there on purpose, just to give them that little jolt every now and then when they, make decisions, just as a reminder that, just be careful what they're doing. And, I spoke to a gentleman that did some drilling there last fall. And they suspected there was around 400 feet of wet clay, but he said it's more like 750 to 900 feet of wet clay that's there. So it's a very unstable area.
No question.
No question about it. And, it's interesting that to date, no one has taken that contract to go with it. I think there's a lot of firms that would like to, because I'm sure it's a nice little honeypot for them, but they're too wary about the situation with that. So, with the town of Goose Bay and Mud Lake just down below that, I think that, there certainly should be more preliminary work done in that area before they move into it.
So we're not prepared, in your opinion?
No, absolutely not. If we were prepared, then, they would certainly be working at that North Spur to date. They need this project done ASAP. Because, our provincial government, they're looking at going into an election now fairly soon. They don't want this, overshadowing their election, because it's not a good reminder of how they pushed it through, and never gave the people, especially the Public Utilities Board, a chance to come on side. So, there's a few shadows there, and it doesn't look good on their part. So, having said that, there's a lot of things here that's been going on that looks bad on the government. Like, I can give you an example of the 500,000 meters of timber that's been destroyed to date. That's on the ground in piles that are rotting away. And if you looked at, green energy, 1 quart of wood turned into wood pellet will displace 510 liters of furnace oil.
Yeah,
why didn't they take a look at that, Paddy? 830 megawatts for what we're paying, we're going to be up around the $20 billion. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, I don't understand that issue, to be honest with you, either, sir. We knew we had to chop down X amount of forest to make way for the project, and we didn't have a plan for the wood. I know a couple of truckloads went out to another provinces. They tried to determine whether or not it was economically feasible, but I was surprised with that particular issue as well, and I cannot understand for the life of me why people in this province, communities in this province, can't use that timber. I just don't understand what's going on there.
Well, that's the kind of reputation that Nalcor's got, too, because all the other projects that they've completed in the past, all the timber was either burned like Star Lake or flooded or destroyed, and if they did bring it to the side of the road, people weren't allowed to take it. It's Nalcor is running the show. It's not the government. It's a tail wagging the dog. With the timber situation, we're putting in right-of-ways right now. We're putting in all these transmission lines. And we're not even cutting timber anymore. We're just mulching it. A large timber stick can last about 2 seconds and it's on the ground.
Okay.
In the province, on the right-of-ways, we're cutting the timber down and we're not even delimbing it. We're not even packing it up for corduroy. Sometimes we use that to get across the bogs. It's just, a flagrant disregard of our energy, just for the purpose of a lesser energy that's costing us more money. And we're going to be in debt for a very, very long time, especially the way the oil prices are going now. There's nothing on our side for that. But I just wanted to convey that to you, and that's some concerns that I've got with the situation.
I'm glad you brought him up. Is there anything else you'd like to say this morning, sir?
No, that's about it, Patty, and you're doing a great job, and thank you for taking my call.
I really appreciate your time. Hopefully you call again.
Okay.
Take care.
All right. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, fair enough, right? And there you go. That's the hopes for the show, too. You know, some people are very quick to say, oh, my God, you got the same old names and voices on there all the time, and oh, my God, I can't listen to that caller or this caller, whatever the case may be. Yet, numbers are clear. An awful lot of you are listening, and no one happier than me about that fact. But just imagine, for your own entertainment, enjoyment, and information, if we had a broader, more diverse bank of callers. It'd be brilliant. It'd be just fantastic. The show would take on a brand new air of appeal and information and entertainment. So everyone who listens, just give it some thought to calling. You all have opinions and concerns on various issues that face the people of the province. And I'd be thrilled with more first-time callers and different perspectives being offered on the show. No one's going to lose an eye. No one's going to get hurt. If you get stuck for a word or something like that, I'll start talking. Because that's one thing I can do, is let her fly and talk. So just give it some thought. You know, you've got comments to make or questions to ask of government or others or private sector or unions or educators or whatever the case may be, and this is the place to do exactly that.